Sponsored by Bob Filial UK number 26, Mick Hyam. And please welcome making a Super League debut today, sponsored, we thank S&S Motors number 26, Heath Cruikshank. Very quickly, today's match officials in goal judges Mr Ashcroft and Mr Tordock. Reserve referee Mr Gillespie. The touch judges Mr Wallace and Mr Hewitt. Today's match referee is from Wigan, Bob Connolly.
Francis Maloney, Stuart Licker and Martin Fire. Half-backs are Darren Brown and Carl Hammond. In the forwards, Paul Sullivan, Mark Gamonja, Damien Driscoll, Jason Nicol, Paul Heighton and Mike Wainwright. Substitutes, Johnny Arnold, Warren Stevens, Jimmy Coley and Ian Marsh. But that's me being drowned by the noise from the St Helens fans for the arrival of their team. Tony Stewart at fullback. Hoppy, Iro, Newland and Sullivan, arguably the best mid-quarter line in Super League. Half-backs, Wellens and Long, and in the forwards, Edmondson, Cunningham, Fairley, Shields, Joint and Sculthorpe. What an outfit. Substitutes, Hall, Yonkers, Cruikshank and Hyam. So Saints maybe without Tommy Martin, Sonny Nicol, Donald and Matautier. The City Reds without Goulding, Blakely, Baines, Tassel, Hancock, Holroyd, Jowett, and before I can say all that, the game quickly underway. On the dot at 8 o'clock. And if Saints fans, you're wondering why you've got a different voice today, it's because Ronnie's on holiday. All the excitement of the thrilling successes that he's seen over the last 12 months and more, apparently taking its toll. He's needed to go for a good long lie down somewhere in the sun. So game underway quickly, and although Salford are into this one on the back with a thrilling victory last week, you've got to fancy the Saints, because what the Saints now have had, they've had a good long week. Little kick through, bounces, rest, who's going for it? Oh, not taken cleanly. Referee said it was alright, went backwards. Saints, first period. Possession. So the Saints will got Wembley, Twickenham right out of their system now. They'll have got all the beer and the champagne out of the system. 2 games in 3 days out of the system, and they'll have fresh sharp legs today. And in these conditions we could well see a high scoring game. Great hands out to Iro, Stuart Licker hanging on well. Ball released during the tackle, Saints still move it. To a 6-1 quickly, Saints on the halfway line. Long with a good angle kick. Broadbent makes it comfortably his. Good chase, Saints. Sculthorpe and Joint pick him up, pick Broadbent up and put him down very gently. So Nick Pinckney, 3 tries against Wigan, and the Salford City Reds fans, great warm reception that they gave their team, because beating Wigan is something special for any team, especially the Salford City Reds last week, coming off 4 defeats as they were. Today is Bob Connolly. He brought back a little kick dangerous in any part of this pitch. Saints well rested. After the Twickenham excitement. Forgetting all about that 74-point defeat. Still a ball movement. Now's a chance for the Saints all this time. It's not over. Jones there. Nice little pass. Not taken cleanly, but the referee says that's all right. So Sullivan takes the tackle now. It's the last one. Newell and Sullivan combine successfully. Sean on for the kick. That's the prodded through. Probing as he goes to run there. He decides to play it and scoot forward. Great chase. Jones and Sullivan. Pinkley all stays in the field of play. The Saints have got Salford where they want them. Sullivan takes it out a little bit. But not to the 20. Malcolm only sets off. Bristol does the same. Joint makes sure that he doesn't get very far. Bristol finally down. Joint. Kick from standoff nowadays. Great midfield here from Bowen. Holding all the time. Salford struggling to put it down, but looking down they do. Great strength from these Saints. The Saints pack. Fairly in shields. Having punch. Nice long pass out. That's what it's like. Oh, great save on the right wing. Taking it up the middle. Shields, and now it's the last one. Away shot one. Kick over. Difficult. Oh, great save by Pinkley. And then very across field to make it safe. So Pinkley, the star in attack for the City Reds last week, and that time the star in defence. The Saints team was swarming all over the City Reds, putting down Jason Little. Tight defensive line for the Saints. They know that Salford likely to go that way, but they saw from Matt Wainwright. Adventurous from the City Reds. Zolke sets off. So we got to the last one quickly. Who wants it? Big rebound, but it's been taken by Wellens. Interesting start. We're trying to think when the last time Salford actually won down here. I struggle to remember when the last Salford victory at Roseley Rose was, so the odds very clearly in favour of St Helens for all sorts of reasons. Roseley have got this great treble winning squad coming back. Kieran Cunningham, who likes to go and run. Look at that. Sucking defenders in. Salford's turn to be tight and narrow on defence. Kick comes, there's overlap. Saints this way longs, their little kick through, it's over. It's hanging dangerously. No, it's Saints pick it up, there's a chance. Joint's got legs up. Oh, take a chance. But Salford snap it up. Well, for once, Chris Joint not doing the right thing. Had a two-man overlap. The ball was bouncing from the kick from long. Salford eventually did the tackling right and kept Chris Joint out, or it could have been Newell, or it could have been Sullivan. Two men on his outside, but the chance not taken and a let off for the City Reds. There's the power of the Saints for all to see. Brown doing well to hold that. Puts it back to Dickel, who gets on to Driscoll, and Driscoll gets his single opening. Arrow had other ideas. Salford going forward, Hammond. Saints fans are targeting former Saints player. His first game for some time. Goes Leslie in the building. No Horroy. Big loss for the Salford City Reds in the half-back area. And the Saints starting to exert themselves. Newell. Oh, great player is Newell. Good line from Saints. Skullthorpe still going out. Shields looking kick through. That's going to run and run. And Gary Broadbent shepherding it harmlessly dead or safely dead, depending on which side you're on. The Salford City Reds fans urging on their team. Much depleted team. But with 10 minutes gone, get the Saints out. The performance is a wish rather than any facts for the pass. Not fooling the Saints defence in any shape or form. Anthony. Flashing now with a chance. And Nichols going. Oh, but Nichols, great recovery. Ball's up. Referee sees it and gives a scrum. Brought out as Nichols' strength. Forcing his way out of one tackle. And that was Saints' pace in the form of Newell getting back to smother out any sniff that Salford might have had of an opening and a chance to get over the whitewash. So, Saints from their own 20. Oh, there's a chance. Oh, great play now. There's a chance for Saints. It must be a try. Hyden's going back on his own. Not going to catch anybody. Right from their own 20. Sweet hands all the way along the line. Only one Salford man left trying to defend against it. And there was no chance for him. Sweet flowing rugby from the Saints. Been threatening. And when it's come in grand style from a scrum on their own 20. The micro video lads will let us see that one again. Sweet hands across the line. And then pace. And in the end, with only Paul Hyden tracking back, it was a certain score for the Saints.
Scoring the try for the Saints, sponsored by Martin Dawes, number 19, Tony Stewart.
Tony Stewart having no problem scoring that one. Well in the clear. So nearly a chance. Went a begging the Saints. But that time it wasn't really a chance. They made it into a try from deep inside their own half. And there's the two extra ones for the conversion. Great start for the Saints.
In the conversion with the Saints, sponsored by Pilkington, number 7, Sean Long.
Now Saints tails of the earlier run. as though the ball had been taken cleanly by Saints. The referee judging that it had been knocked on. Straight away. Salford probing, but you can imagine last week's game would take a lot out of the team down at the bottom against the team at the top. Oh, victory has got to give you something extra. Going forward, and this is Salford's first real attack, I think, around the 20 area. Driscoll in line with the previous play. Goes forward. These three men to pull him down. And Salford, the first time, having a whiff of the Saints line. Saints defence up quickly. Good hands along the line. Wainwright though held up, still releases. Nice pass. Salford will have it. Okay though held up in the middle. Joint tackling duties on the 10. It's the last one. How can Salford find a way to get a kick through? Swinging and running a little bit too heavy and goes harmlessly dead. So after 14 minutes, Salford's first real attack comes to naught, and immediately Saints from the 20, quick tap, and already coming forward. Sean Hoppin on top. Chris Jones. Scored some great tries, Chris Jones. All scored for. Long's on his way, he's got support, does he need it? Oh, he's on his own, he doesn't need it, he's going to use it on Sullivan though. He's not, releases the ball to Wellens, he's going to go into the corner or not. Well, it's still in rugby, the touch judge is saying it, the ball was grounded first, so the tries awarded. Pinckney, disconsolate, thrilling rugby, the break up the far side. Long looked as though he was going to go on his own, but the Salford defence half covered him, then there was still many support. Finally, one pass too many, and the Saints score out on the far left. Wellens going into the same try. Both Saints tries come from long range, and that one following a period of Salford pressure. Paul Wellens squeezing in at the corner, 10-0. So that one came from the middle of the park, the passing that created space on the right, and then the support play, rugby league, team game, and Sean Long unselfishly passing on to Wellens. Oh, look at that. That is fantastic. 12-0. Salford get it underway again, and must be feeling that this could be a long game. Salford having conceded 2 tries early on now, 17 minutes gone. Might be fearing the worst. Other thoughts about it. Saints feeling comfortable and looking good. What another nice little break. Oh, it's easy. Going through now with support either side. It comes inside. That's going to be a line race. Oh, but then more support. Oh, but Littler. Fantastic recovery from the City Reds. It looked all over as though there were tries galore then, but in the end, it's still well, that time wasn't grounded properly. Touch judge this time is going to say, well, it was grounded properly. And Salford City Reds just cut asunder from the kick-off, from the Wellens try. Just too many numbers going forward. Tony Stewart nearly got his second. and it was only Stuart Littler's tackling back that stopped him. But from the play of the ball over to the left, Salford still not back, and it looked easy. And Darragh Brown is talking to the referee. Paul Wellens, his second try. Certainly some doubt about whether that was grounded properly. But Mr. Connolly saw it the way of Saints. Paul Wellens, his second try, up quickly in support. And very quickly Saints are turning the screw. Could be a big score tonight. That one came from a bust up the middle. Oh, there's super cool Longy again. 18-0. So can Salford stop the Saints scoring in this next 6? Cunningham fancies his chances. Well, all the Saints players must do. They can be totally relaxed about this game now. David Fairley that time. Oh, that's a great long pass out and a short pass. And a release of the ball again, keeping it moving, putting pressure on the Salford defence all the time. Peter Shields that time. Sweet hands. Oh, but capital bust, and another try on. Good tackle back, but at every attack now the Saints just rampant, cutting the City Reds asunder. That ball released backwards, and Saints, do they still have it? Yes, they do. Salford just can't put them down. Back on the 10. Mr. Connolly having a word with his touch judge about something. Handover. So, at last, some relief for the City Reds. Fire. Well and truly grounded by David Fairley. Broadbent to Southern. Nicol trying hard, but can't get away. Nicol not happy with Sculthorpe about something. Maloney couldn't get clear. Driscoll, no way he's going to get past Edmondson. Doing a good stint for the Saints. Edmondson. Nice long pass out. Another last pass out. Great hands, goes backwards though. A fire comes up with it. Referee says it's all right. And Darragh Brown takes it forward before dropping the ball, giving it to Saints on the last one. Salford had players out, broken play. Wellens threatening before Salford finally put him down. So a half opening for Salford, but not with any real conviction. Not like the Saints attacks. Sullivan wants to go in from anywhere if he can. Oh, look at that! Look at that strength. There's Cunningham off again. Oh, off and still not put down. 3 men. Is it 4 men? Can't put him down. They got him now, but only just. Salford on the back foot. Long's there. Long line. Wellens is there. Joint's there. He's found an opening. Mile wide. Oh, but that time Gary Broadbent stands firm. Great step from Joint. Men over, queuing to score. And in the end, they don't need to queue up because Paul Sculthorpe dummied, hung onto the ball, and his momentum carried himself over for a straightforward, orthodox try. Just the pressure of a team on the toes in comparison with one that is starting to look as though it's not quite recovered from the success of last Sunday against the Wigan Warriors. A victory which has done the Saints a good turn, you have to say, because it puts Saints and Wigan on equal number of points and brought about the early departure of coach Endicott. So it's a point a minute. Driscoll's going to be replaced by Coley. Driscoll looking shattered. And Salford must be wondering if they're going to be able to find an extra gear just to stay in this and compete. 22 at the moment, and sure shot longer is there again. 24. So Coley replaces Driscoll on the Salford side. And Salford kick off the other way this time. Doubt whether it will make much difference. I just feel that both these teams now know that Saints can score from anywhere, wherever and whenever. 24-0. Chris Joint. Good tackle from Nicol, slowing him down. Loney puts him down. Sean Long goes. Newlove, look at that, staying in the field of play with his strength, even though he's only a yard away from the touchline. Oh, good tackle on David Fairley. We got to the last one. Long's going for his left foot, just pushing it deep. That's running and running. Pinkney stops it going into touch, sets off back, but all he's got is 7. Saints would be tacklers, and it needed only one to bring him down. So Gary Broadbent evades the first tackle but loses the ball on a 1-to-1, and Saints don't even need possession to have possession now. Well, they've got possession. Mark Edmondson there. Long looking to switch direction, doesn't. Arrow hands it on nicely. And eventually tackle completed. David Fairley taking it close to that Salford line. Long's there. Sculthorpe's there, scored 1 try. Wellens, he scored 2 try. Still on his feet, still releases the ball. Newlove's going to fancy his chances. Inside, and it's easy. Joint in support. Salford just slow. The brains aren't working today. The movement that we saw last week in attack and defence against Warrington, not there today. And Saints are making it easy. Salford are making it easy for Saints, and Saints, well, they can make it easy for themselves. Got Chris Joint that time on the inside to go over and score unopposed. 28-0.
That's going to try the Saints. He's sponsored by Nevada Bob's Golf Superstore. Captain Fantastic number 11, Chris Joint.
So at this point, the game ceases to be fun. There's no satisfaction for Saints fans, because the competition on the day just isn't good enough. And one of the things that we should be doing in Super League is splitting the gate money equally between the two teams taking part. That'll benefit Saints when they go to Bradford. Sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? Going to Valley Parade and coming back with some money. It's a benefit. 2 more. 30-0. So if we split the gate money equally between the teams, when Saints go to Wigan playing in front of 21,000 because it's Saints who are there, they come back with half the gate money. It's got to be fairer to everybody. 30-0. So I hate to think this, but Salford are in the record books for all sorts of wrong reasons, like the highest score conceded in Super League, and with 30 in 30 minutes. I wonder if Saints are thinking that maybe they could fancy the chances for a ton this match. Last tackle. Long. Time. A fire. Makes it his. That has an entire Saints team to try and go through, which is obviously not possible. Broadbent trying to do the same, but Sculthorpe and Joint obviously not going to let him. And Pinkney jinking around. Great hat-trick last Sunday, but no sign of a sniff or anything of a score tonight. Hammond, a dummy, but slow paced, and Hammond not played for 3 weeks, so he's not going to be entirely match fit. And Southern showing the ball, going forward, but again Saints defence just too good for the Salford attack. Little kick over, much too far ahead of the Salford attackers. No really pressure on the defence. Tony Stewart takes it with time to spare, and Wellens off to Sullivan in the middle. Still coming out left, Sean Long, dummy from him. Little Maloney goes high, doesn't stop him. Needed nickel support. Long down and up. Change on the Saints side. David Fairley, having his name ringing out. Mark Edmondson driving in. Got to the last one. So Long there with his kick again, going deep and into touch. Excellent touch find after a good 6 from the Saints, and a 6 that Salford will be pleased that they didn't concede a score. So we are the champions. It's not bad when you can have a guy of Yonkers standing and stature to take over from David Fairley. Now Salford looking somewhat pedestrian in comparison with Saints at the moment. A change on the Salford side. It looks as though Carl Hammond his injury. Oh, nice release from Darren Brown. Coley, though, put down. Carl Hammond had a suspect ankle injury. Looks as though it's not stood the test. But there's Middlemark. Alker with a chance. Great pace from Alker. Can he go all the way? Inside pass. Oh, the referee said it's all right. And what, 2 Salford players down and out of it. And a chance for Saints up the other end. But for a brilliant recovery tackle. Gary Broadbent, who got a knock in that one. Trying to support Malcolm Alker, who made a great break in Cunningham style. But now there's a big opening up the middle. Oh, great chance, and is Cunningham going to go all the way? Didn't. Great cover tackle from Nicol that time, but Salford under no end of pressure, no fullback, because fullback's lying injured in the other half of the field. But there's Wellens going on his own. Great stride. Ball goes down and backwards, and Salford come up with it. Well, Salford hanging on grimly. Nobody's there to take it. So Nicol has a go. And Broadbent still out of it. Salford 1 man short at the moment. Ooh, Maloney doing well. Oh, still getting the ball off though. And it's Danny Arnold, a former Saints player, having his not quite his first game for Salford, but it's going to be a long one, this one. Paul Heighton. Oh, Gary Broadbent hobbling back into position. Unfortunate Salford couldn't capitalise on their attack, but still looking to move it. Coley going forward. Saints defence. Good little kick through. Pinckney's chasing. Both leave it and it goes into touch. Wellens back there. Doing enough to shield the ball to give Saints the put in. So another change on the Saints side. Heath Cruikshank. When you're leading 30 points to 0, you can afford to give everybody a game. Gary Broadbent hobbling. Danny Arnold on the field for Hammond, who's gone off injured already. And Broadbent, in spite of the injury, making his tackle, brave man. And making another one. Salford no full-back though. Any break of the line now from Saints will produce a try. Nice change of direction. Sculthorpe's seen an opening for a long way out. So Cruikshank with his start from great little pass from Cunningham before that. Cruikshank put down now. There's pressure again on the Salford line. This time Pinckney has to play it. The way to the ball judged so well. Stuart Littler sets off, goes round Sullivan. He'll be pleased about that, but then Sullivan comes back, knocks the ball out of his hand, and the referee says that's a penalty. And well, that's the rule of the game. So penalty for the Salford City Reds. And Salford so short of players now. It's Maloney it's Driscoll who's back on. And Coley. Right, Wainwright. Maloney receiving the attentions of Iro at the same time as he got the ball. Nicol receiving attention at the pass, it went backwards, so Broadbent safely, fortunately for the City Reds, snaps it up. And Driscoll won't go down. Now it's going to be a little kick through. The chasers are there. Oh, he got it now, it's going to be a score. Oh well, I thought it was played on by Wellens then, who got a hand to it, but the referee thought there was an earlier offence, and Salford's perhaps second best scoring chance comes to naught. 30-0, 4 minutes to half time. And Saints must now be thinking, hang on, we haven't scored for near 8 minutes now, let's have another score. Cruikshank will be wanting to impress. Cunningham off so quickly. Look at that, threatening all the time, and gets the ball away. Now's a chance. Is there a score? Great running, great good save. Coley's coming back, not going to be enough. Great score from absolutely nothing. Right up the middle. Tony Stewart again, making it look easy. It's Cunningham doing all the hard work in the middle, sucking men in. The line was broken. Three swerves before he got to Broadbent and went round him, and he was left to a Salford forward to try and rescue the situation. But a good looking try, made to look easy. Tony Stewart looking good with pace and a great step and swerve to get around Broadbent. Second of the night for him, right under the sticks. Salford City Reds fans may now be seeing that this game is probably lost, but still quite happy to cheer their team. It's probably still cheering last Sunday's victory against all the odds. 34. and 36, and it's not half time. So that's a good kick-off, but Newlove does so well to keep it in before finally having to concede possession to Littler. Driscoll under pressure. Saints still tackling as if it's 0-0, and the cup depends on it. Who wants it? Well, the Saints want it. Coley releasing unnecessarily, and Saints fancying the chances. Oh, that's big hit from Littler. Newlove still gets up, shrugs it off. Sullivan, no way through for him, but what he can do is release the ball, create a chance. Cunningham is going and going, and gets rid of the ball. Now there's an overlap over the other side, and the ball's still going. Sean Long this time. Where's his runners? Does he need any? And Salford at full stretch to get the Saints attack halted. Just a temporary halt, that's all. Saints have options to spare. And a good long line, Sculthorpe this time. Good long line over to Newlove, who kicks it. Everybody says it's all right, and who's going to it first? Oh, well, that pass was almost too clever. So it comes back on the stroke of half time. David Fairley, Peter Shields it was who couldn't take it, but that is a first half totally dominated by the Saints, who must be looking for lots more points in the second half. 36 at half time, 6 tries, 6 conversions, 2 to Stewart, 2 to Wellens, Chris Joint and Sculthorpe. And the question for me is, what can Salford do? And it's like a battlefield. If you look in front of the video, still running. Hammond's hobbling, Southern's hobbling, and Salford might well be struggling to field a team next week.
First prize we're playing for is £500. Steve's digging deep. Fingers crossed. In your bus travel, it's a cracking deal. Pop in and see Jerry Moore for more details.
you get the impression that this could be a long 40 minutes for the City Reds, and if the Saints keep their concentration, keep their enthusiasm, they could well be fancying a Super League record score. But early on, 3 plays, Salford doing the tackling. But already Cunningham's off. So dangerous, isn't it? Cunningham, so strong, it's difficult to believe he'd even consider going to rugby union. And immediately that a kick from Long, just gently nudged over the Salford defence and finds touch, and in the first 6 the Saints immediately into the Salford 20. Peter Shields doing some stretching about something. Must have had a knock, perhaps, but still going to take his place in the pack. And his place today is in the second row. And Salford have a new scrum half. Francis Maloney. No Carl Hammond, no Bobby Goulding, no Steve Blakely, no Graham Holroyd. How many scrum halves can you afford to lose? So the Saints players are all bunched in a half the width of the field because they know they've got the measure of this Salford attack. Right, Wainwright does all right, steps out of one tackle. What a fire. Well and truly put down by Cruikshank. Inside. Broadbent looks as though he's recovered from that first half knock. We've got to 6 and Salford still in their own half. So it's Maloney, the new Salford kicker. Happy just to make ground, I would think, with that one. Tony Stewart. On to Helens. Oh, this is good play on their own line. There's so much confidence in the Saints players. Well, when you're 36-0 up, you can afford to be. Sculthorpe out to Iro. Iro bundled in touch. No, he's not. His strength and experience keeping him in play. Hoppy just takes it up a bit. And still Cunningham. Oh, what a nice reverse pass. And still the play goes on. Brilliant play from the Saints. It's keeping this ball moving, making the pass during the tackle, creates space. Long puts a difficult kick through, and Broadbent does well in the end to make it safely his, because Chris Joint was herring in. Another one of those tantalising kicks from Sean Long. And Pinckney eludes one, but not 2 other Saints tacklers. Driscoll almost overran that one. 3 Saints players put him down. Andy Coley takes it forward. Working hard, Andy Coley. Salford fans like that. Not seen a lot that they can applaud today, but happy to applaud anything. As Arnold just takes it forward. And Alker to Darren Brown. They could kick through. The fire's going, but Wellens makes it safely his and sets off on his own before Salford finally regroups to put him down. Sculthorpe quickly out to Joint, and ball dropped. A rare situation as Paul Heighton then tries to get in the clear, so I think this is Peter Shields, having had that knock before, acknowledging the applause from the fans. And the Salford City Reds fans singing. They'll sing their hearts out for the team they support, even though today it's a lost cause. Darren Brown, nice reverse pass, but goes backwards. And in the end, I think Gary Broadbent just happy to boot it dead. Would have been a knock on perhaps. So a bit of scrappy play, and there's going to be fatigue, I'm sure, in that Salford team.
Salford City Reds made a change at half time, which showed Jason Disco returning for number 10, Paul Southern.
So Saints set off. Oh, and into touch, and the referee is going to give that as a penalty. A lot of inconsistency in that rule. Was the tackle complete or not? And that's an excellent touch kick. It's given another nearly 30 yards to the Saints, and a chance. Certainly the fans now rousing the Saints attack, queuing up to score. Good long pass out, Littler goes in strongly, but you feel that it's only a matter of time before Saints score again. So close in. Cunningham's going to go on his own. Going to go on his own. Oh, how many runners does he want? He's got so many. And there's Iro. Easy enough. All the Salford defence sucked in, and it's only taken 6 minutes in the second half for the first score. Iro that time. Sweet hands. Cunningham running across the centre of the field. Salford defenders all aware of his threat. But when he passed it on, it gave Iro the simplest of chances. 40-0. So we're now past the point in the game where Saints ought to have at least 2 or 3 players less on the pitch, so that we can level the standard of these two teams today. So Saints should now lose Cunningham, Long and Wellens, and that will help levelling the game up and make more of a game of it. It can't be any fun at all for Saints fans to see their team scoring so easily. And when you've got a man like that with a boot, it just compounds the misery for the City Reds. 42-0. Now we still haven't seen a score from Newlove, because there's a useful bit of information I have for you when Newlove scores, and I'm saying when, because it can surely only be a matter of time before everybody in the St Helens team scores. Salford still working hard though. Pride at stake. And Salford will have a full 9 days to recover from this one. Maybe a couple of the players who are injured will be back. Maybe Goulding will be back. Maybe not. And then who do they have? Well, it's the Bulls. So they don't come tougher than that. Wigan, Saints and the Bulls in consecutive weeks. Now that's a 40-20 if it goes. And it is going to go. Gary Broadbent happy to let it go dead. And that was a good defensive 6 from the City Reds. Any 6 in which the Saints don't score is a good 6 for the City Reds. Paul Heighton very slow to get back. And Martin Afire at least wanting the ball. Gary Broadbent up and running again. So the triple champions. Oh, nice big hit from now Chance. Up, but Arnold. Coley doing a big hit and creating an overlap. But Arnold tripping with nobody making the tackle. Salford players rather bunched. And that time, Darren Brown very sensibly not passing it. Martin Afire going a long way to give it to Littler. But Saints more than a match for that play. But Salford, to their credit, not throwing in the sponge. So it's the high one from Maloney. He's hanging. Oh, that's a great take. And a great release of the ball to Wellens. Oh, that one's dropped. Oh, and a fire. Oh, Nalka snaps it up. And the delight from the City Reds fans speaks volumes for the warmth and affection that they have for their players at their club. The Saints were juggling the ball on their own line. It went loose, and Malcolm Olker never gives up. One of the highest tacklers in Super League grabs the loose ball and breaks Salford's duck, and we're all delighted with that. And this could be the start of the fight back. Now, let me just tell you, Saints fans, against Halifax, Salford conceded 5 tries in the first half, but in the second half they had a fight back and scored 4 tries themselves. So Saints scored 6 and 1. This could be Salford's fight back. And Salford's so short of goal kickers. No Graham Allroyd, no Steve Blakely, no Bobby Goulding, and it's Francis Maloney who makes no mistake look good, and Salford have points on the board. They deserve it.
Salford City Reds striking weighted by number 3, Francis Maloney.
Oh, that was a good take by Cole. If it had gone dead, if he'd left it, it might well have gone dead. And it's always a good take and a good first play when you get to the 20, when you pick the ball up behind your own try line. The fire gets it onto Arnold. Arnold stays in the field of play sensibly, but Saints on their tackling toes now. And the Salford City Reds fans singing their support for the City Reds as if the cup had been won. Nice reverse pass. Maloney though can't get into his stride still. However, fighting hard to go nowhere that time because that Saints tackling is so good. But all of a sudden Salford have gone up a little gear. The noise from the fans will swarm their hearts. Outnumbered by the Saints fans, but volume not a problem. Little kick over though. Oh, well, whose is that one? Well, the referee's got to give the first knock on. A fearless dive from Wellens, and Salford should have possession. Don't think there's any doubt about that. The Salford fans love to sing. Oof. Darren. Oh, there's almost on the clear was Maloney, but Sculthorpe back quickly. Darren Brown's passes sometimes take your breath away. Driscoll. All the ball snatched out of his hands, so forget the penalty. And what they're going to do? They're going to get on with it quickly. And Coley takes it onto the 10. Jason Nicholl all on his own, barges forward, so close to that Saints line, and Salford being lifted by the noise and support from the fans. Maloney sets off, can't get clear, nobody behind him. Saints defence though standing firm. Olker scored 1 try, can't release the ball for a second. Saints defence certainly up and running fast, all offside. This time, little dummy from Maloney. Is it 10 or 11 tries for him this season? Got to the last one on the Saints defence, looking sound and firm. Going to Brown. A little run, nice little run around, and another one. And Brown's going in, and that is a magnificent try. That was a brilliant try from Brown. It wasn't just one little interpass, and it was a double. And that has brought the Salford fans to life. Darren Brown running crossfield, doing the run around not once but twice. Once the tech time, I think, was Wainwright, and just when we thought Salford might be really out of it, what they've done is come back and scored 2 tries of their own, and that is a brilliant response. And what we're seeing is a little glimpse of that fighting spirit that they showed last week to beat the mighty Warriors. So let's just listen to the Salford fans. More difficult to support your team when they lose 2 matches out of 3, which is regrettably Salford's record in their time in Super League. It's easy to be a Saints supporter, it's easy to support a winning team, it's easy to support the team with the stars that the Saints have got. It's easy to support the team that wins at Twickenham. Wow, that's not bad, is it? Not bad. 42-10. So I don't know whether any of you saw that little note on teletext when Endicott was sacked by Wigan, and Maurice Lindsay was talking about the number of approaches he'd had, number of offers that had been made to him for the job, like Meninga was interested. He also said that there had been a surprise request for consideration from from a coach already in England that didn't want his name to be mentioned. Now, I wonder if that was Ian Millward. However good it might be at Saints, is he just having a feeling that being at Wigan might be better? I mean, obviously the job's now gone to Raper, and there's got to be a lot of questions about whether that's the right decision or not. And Ian Millward continues here at Knowsley Road. And Salford hands too quick for themselves there. Gary Broadbent, the guilty party. So Saints have a chance now. First time for a few minutes. Oh yes, Mark Edmondson's come off. Cruikshank comes off for Mark Edmondson, who comes back on. And Saints now. Long that time, looking to Sculthorpe. Oh, it's ball gone backwards. Did it touch a Salford player? Brown's up there, makes his tackle count. The referee hasn't waved them out, so it's moving up the tackle count. Cunningham. 2 Salford tacklers lie on him. Try and hold him up. Long's looking lively. Ball goes down, referee says that was a knock on. And quite rightly so too. David Fairley made a continue to play afterwards. So we've had a good 10 minutes from the City Reds, scoring 10 points themselves. And arguably playing better than any time in the game. Darren Brown looks shattered. The Salford City Reds fans still sing their praise for their team. Arnold brings it clear. Right, Wainwright says, come on, let's play the ball. And Driscoll. But Saints put him down easily. Oh, substitution hadn't picked that up. Ian Marsh is on for the City Reds. One of the young 18 lads. Wainwright does well to hang on to that ball from Darren Brown. Salford got to the 6-1 already. Going to Maloney for the kick. And it's a high one again. Littler's chasing well. Wellens is back though, and Wellens is such a great taker of the ball. Good chase from Littler. And teammates Coley and who else but Alker making the tackle. And Sullivan put down before he can get into his stride. So some great tries, Sullivan.
Salford City Reds with a substitution, number 23 Mike Wainwright leaving the field, replaced by number 21 Ian Marsh.
So it's Ian Marsh. Oh, there's a chance for the Saints. Only needs one break. Oh, like that. Now this men over. Now there's a chance for Saints on the far side. Salford struggling to make the tackle. Still coming forward. Important tackle. Saints roll. He's going to look through threatening.
And it's the last tackle. Cunningham slipping just at the death. Another good 6 from the City Reds. Coley absorbing a big hit. Arnold not going to get past Iro. And the City Reds fans still singing. And Driscoll still trying to find a way forward. Alka gets it. A fire gets it. And Salford still trying to keep the ball moving. Ian Marsh takes the tackle. Littler saying, shall we kick? Well, in the end, doesn't really do anything. Darren Brown, the kick over into space, but again, Wellens judged it so well. A fire didn't really make any significant attempts to put him down. Wellens stepped so well, but the cover from the Salford City Reds was good. Nice little inside pass that time, and another great release of the ball. Wellens threatening Edmondson, it was before that who got the ball away. Oh, this is good hands and danger, and Newell tackled though. Chris Joint coming off. Sullivan, oh, what a tackle on him by Malcolm Alka. Ball goes down, but Saints still have it in time and space. Long, looking for his runners. Tells them good long line. Oh, Nairo's there. Oh, it's men over. Can Salford stop it? Oh, that time the flag was over. That can't be a try. The flag was certainly over before the ball was put down. But we're at Knowsley Road. Mr. Connolly goes with the home crowd to score, to allow a try. That if we had the big screen here, we'd be seeing that several times. And then deciding without a doubt it wasn't a try. However, Mr. Connolly gives the try. It was Tony Stewart who ran in, and that probably is the end of the Salford comeback. And with 20 minutes to go, it could start the opening of the floodgates. 46-10. Yep, hat-trick try for Tony Stewart. So I'm only giving you Saints fans what you have to listen to from Ronnie all the time. Ronnie's one-eyed view of how good Saints are. You're now getting my one-eyed view of how the refereeing decisions always go the way of the big 5, like Saints, which is the big one, especially when they're at home in front of a big crowd. Sean Long, not missed tonight, not missed tonight, not missed tonight, because he can even use the post to get them in. Brilliant. 48-10. So how the fortunes of Super League can change. St Helens themselves on the receiving end of a 74-point drubbing at Leeds 2 weeks ago. And now, or was it 3 weeks ago, now handing it out themselves to the City Reds, 48-10. That's where Saints are so good, sucking men in. That time the ball wasn't passed. Tim Yonkers hung on to it, but they're threatening all the time. And Newlove still hasn't got that try that'll put him into. Oh, now he's coming up now. Oh, great pace. Yonkers. Now it's the last one. Can Salford hold out one more? It's the kick through. Stainer who's going for it. Is anybody going for it? Well, in the end, Arnold had to play it because it was bouncing dangerously and he made it safe. But it gives the Saints another 6. And the pressure is now mounting on the City Reds defence again in the second half. 15 minutes to go. only 12-10 in the second half. It's 2 tries each in the second half. And Maloney taking over this kicking role very successfully. Good kick from him. Steve Hall that time. And still Salford. No, they have to make these tackles. Oh, that's the Sculthorpe. Great pace from Sculthorpe. Off the mark. Made so much ground. Cunningham's fancying his chances. Going to do the same. Gives it to Iro. Iro's looking for somebody. Does he need anybody? Oh, ball goes to ground. And Salford pick it up and rescue their line. So they'll be pleased about that. Ian Marsh. Sorry. Oh, Arnold rather. Running clear. And a fire. Jinking and ducking. Maloney. Littler sets off. Where's the ball gone? Well, the ball's with Saints. Littler's inside pass went straight to a Saints player, so Saints, even on defence, seem to come up with the ball. Saints have gone up a notch. You can see they've gone up a notch. Sean Long's in the clear. He's looking for his runners. The kick's through. The ball's running. That time a fire was back, shepherding it, but it went safely dead. But the running from Sean Long showing why he's such a class player. More changes on the same side. Cruikshank comes back on. And Salford have impressed me so much this second half. But starting off from a position of 36-0 down, they're actually playing better in this second half, regardless of what happens to the score now. They've actually played better than they did in the first half, and that's got to be difficult to do when you know the game's a lost cause. You're paying for pride. But Salford have done that so well. And this moving hands the ball around like that. But Nicol couldn't escape the clutches of Sean Long on defence. Andy Coley. Big success at the Willows. This time it's going out all the way. Maloney's there. Maloney has to hang on. Does he know it's the last one? Perhaps he didn't. So changeover and Saints can start with their 6 on the 40. Now inside Salford half. Cunningham crossing. See, not given by the ref. Oh, there's a clear opening. Oh, but good covering back. Nicol and Coley, but Saints still going forward now with great pace and penetration. Cruikshank in the thick of things at the centre. Penalty. No, it wasn't. You see, he dropped it himself, but that's the home bias of the referee. Should have been a scrum. Saints have men over. Littler can't make his man. Newell's going, can't go himself, still keeps the ball alive. Great play from Saints, still going. Before Salford finally make a final tackle. But Saints have tackles still to go. And men over in abundance this side. If it comes, it doesn't. Salford good on short defence. But all back on the line. Men over for the Saints this side. Is it going to come? Is it going to come? Iro's there, he can walk it in, it doesn't have to, because with one more pass it can go to right along the line to the man on the right wing, Steve Hall, who had the simplest of run-ins, and Salford just let him get that much nearer to the posts, so that was threatening for some time. The Saints top the 50.
Strike scorer is sponsored by Ruskin Leisure's number 17, Steve Hall.
So Steve Hall was allowed to go sufficiently close to the post to make this one of Long's easier conversion attempts. Applause for Iro. So comfortable. 54-10.
Number 7, Sean Long.
So Warren Stevens is on for the City Reds for the last 10 minutes. This has been a tough game for the City Reds in their depleted state. Oh, but look at that. Look at that. Long's following up. Now there's just queuing up to score this time. Inside pass. The ball dropped and Salford snap it up. But the momentum of the Saints then was outstanding. So Warren Stevens comes on with his leg already heavily bandaged. That's before he's been involved in the play. And Coley takes it in. But the Saints' defence has been good. They've got rid of any aftermath of Twickenham now. They've got all the beer out of the system, all the champagne, all the adulation, and they're back to demonstrating why they want to be the best team in Super League again, the third year on their own. Holder of 3 trophies, great achievement, better in Lancashire than in Yorkshire. Maloney does well with that one. Littler looks for somebody, he's found Darren Brown. Oh, but after all that, it goes to Sullivan. Now, can anybody get back for Sullivan? As he keeps it up, it's going to be his. He's still going. Oh, but he doesn't get it. And Littler, after all that, makes it safely his. The referee waves it on. So Stuart Littler sets off. Already run 60 yards. That's an exciting period of play. If Sullivan had picked the ball up, it'd have been over. Littler, though, herring back with support. Rescue. Now that one was the first time it has been forward, and Salford looking a bit shattered after that, some of them. But it's good to see Salford defending. There were 3 Salford defenders running back for Sullivan's kick. That's a nice little run around. Wainwright's worked hard as Wainwright. Let's stop and play the ball. Nickel. And this is the hard time of any game, but when you know you're 54-10 down, what you don't want is an injury, particularly when you know your team is so depleted already. Littler involved but can't. Oh, that time he does elude his tackler, but if it's only one, there's 3 others. And the ball forced out of his hand, and that's got to be a penalty. But it's the home bias again that just puts it to a scrum. So 7 minutes to go. And Salford's defence improved in the second half, although you still sense Saints have more tries left in them because it only needs 1 break from that sort of position. Danny Arnold, though, do enough to slow the first attack. And that's good, forceful tackling at this stage in the game. But the wave of Saints attackers is there. There's Sean Long, all back inside. And there's the kick ahead. Now, who's going to get to it? Salford are herring forward. Oh, and certainly impingement. And the Salford score. Well, they're going to give that one. We've seen far less light, and it's Holker again, running it all up when there was... So, Salford coming up with a try from absolutely nothing. And it came because of the determination to chase the ball. First Salford attacker was bundled down amongst the Saints defenders, but Malcolm Holker tirelessly, Mr. Perpetual Motion, still following up and touched the ball down before it went dead. Malcolm Holker's second try. So that's 14, so Salford saying that was 18. So that's 3 tries apiece in the second half. And when you see this effort from the City Reds in the second half, you wonder, were Saints that good in the first half, or did Salford just take the time to get going? So there's two more. Always a delight when it go over. 54-16, and the Salford fans shouting again. Well, that's quite a big crowd these days, isn't it, for Saints? 7,800. Because one of the disappointments, I think, to the directors, one of the reasons why it might just have been Ian Millward who fancied his chances at Wigan, is that the crowds at Knowsley Road are so far below those at Bradford, at Wigan and at Leeds, and the team is better than all three of them. And you wonder why the crowds are so low. I mean, 7,800 is not a bad crowd, but when you can compare the equivalent at Bradford and so on, it will be well into five figures. And that just may be an indication that maybe all is not well. But the players, they're good enough. They're stars. They're winning everything. Warren Stevens taking it forward. Malcolm Olker's a star for the City Reds. 2 tries tonight. Mr. Perpetual Motion. Darren Brown's out there. Oh, whoops. So, first knock on the 6th tackle. And Saints are going to fancy another score before they finish. Salford just tackling, just lacking a little bit that time. Saints now got a good line over this side. Do they need it? Look for a minute as though David Fairley would find a way through on his own. Oh, nice little pass from Long. It went to Cruikshank, but it was a nice disguised pass to Cruikshank. Now it's a good line. So long. Oh, look at all those Saints players there. Oh, and it comes to behind all of them, and Littler unfortunately knocks it on. So we're going to have a put in, a scrum down, and the City Reds fans happy to sing. The Saints will have these last 3 minutes and have another chance to score. So this ball is going to come right. Like that. Like that. But the slab, the defensive line's broken. Paul Wellens, such a deceptively good player. Very impressive if Paul Wellens, and still, what is he, barely 20? And Salford will know, hopefully that's the last try tonight. 58-16, straightforward enough. One tackle not made, and Saints have power and a pace throughout the team to take advantage. So that's try number 10. So it's Terry Stewart with a hat-trick, Paul Wellens with a hat-trick. 9 goals so far from Long. Points machine. So I wonder if Cunningham will go to Welsh Rugby Union. No doubt. 60 points to 16. Salford in no hurry to get it going now. Wow, we're in the last minute of the game. Well and truly beaten. But we've seen a spirited second half display. Against arguably the best team in the world at the moment on their day like this. Oh, here's another break. Oh, now there's a chance. Great running. great pace. Can Salford cut it out? Forward pass, ball inside. Oh, fantastic! Oh, brilliant! That is a fantastic try. That could be the try of the season. Didn't really matter who was at the end of it. It was the fact that it was a team try of the highest order. Rugby league tries come in all sorts of guises, but that one has got to be one of the best ever. Started from their own 10-metre line. Sean Long was involved with pace, but it wasn't just the pace, it was the support. Newlove was there, and it was the fact that the Salford City Reds defence made the Saints work for it as well. They were hanging back, forming back, trying to make the tackles, but couldn't, because at the end of it, it was Sullivan who was on the end of it to take the scoring pass. But that was a fantastic try right at the death, and they'll make this final score with a conversion 66-16. And the Salford City Red fans still want to sing 66-16, 11 tries, there's the hooter. So, in the end, in the beginning, it was easy for Saints. Easy scoring tries with quite a lot of ease in the first half, 6 of them all together. And it's great credit to the City Reds that they made more of a game of it, scoring 3 tries themselves, or there were 5 more to Saints. Altogether, 11 tries to Saints, 11 conversions from Long, and Saints are back. Saints are back. On their way, is it going to be to another Premiership trophy and title? Time will tell. They've still got Tommy Martin to come back, Sonny Nicol. Salford though, this